There are just as many advantages to being a woman in this society as there are to being a man. You just don't realize it because your entire belief system depends upon you being a victim to a default in every single scenario. We live in a society in which a grown woman can molest a 16-year-old boy and then turn around and sue him for child support. Women are regularly baby trapping men and then exploiting them for money and financial gains. There are multiple cases of couples committing crimes together, only for the woman to get a reduced sentence compared to our male counterpart and conspirator. Crimes that would put me behind bars for decades would get you a slap on the wrist, and this is an objective fact you refuse to recognize. If you would stop thinking with the intention of putting yourself at the center of the conversation and learn to give someone else the floor, we would be able to work together. The problem is, modern feminists or third-wave feminists are nothing but a victim cult. Women today are getting so petty they equate simply flirting with them as an act of harassment. Modern feminists have gotten so paranoid they think Disney is conditioning young girls to be passive wives with all these classic Disney princess movies. At the same time, you could also argue that Disney princesses just conditions girls to be materialistic narcissists and believe that a good man is supposed to solve all their problems for them. Modern feminists have gotten so petty, they claim that Barbie doll sets an unrealistic beauty standard, as if Superman makes total logical sense. The reason you never hear men complaining about Superman is because we are taught from a young age that men cannot outrun bullets. You cannot be bulletproof, you cannot lift a tank, and you cannot fly. We teach our boys the difference between reality and fantasy. But for some reason, anytime someone says that we should teach women how to protect themselves, feminists want to say maybe we should just teach boys not to assault women. The problem is we literally already do that. We also teach kids not to do drugs, and yet for some reason, there's always kids out there doing drugs. The reality is, some kids just don't listen, and girls can be just as bad as boys, they're just not held to the same standards. Modern feminists want to stand up for men's issues until they don't have to take responsibility for creating them. That's why you condition yourself with this circular reasoning that keeps the blame squarely placed on men for literally everything. And such is the problem of postmodern politics, because it always boils everybody down to collectives and completely ignores individualism. The solution to modern men's issues and modern women's issues is less government and more personal responsibility. It is time for modern feminists to get off of the pity dick, take some responsibility, and stop trying to keep the entire blame for men and women's issues placed on men alone.